Welcome back students to the online platform of Sharda Vidya Mandir. Welcome back students. Hope you all are very well and very fine. Today we are going to cover the second explanation video of the chapter some applications of trigonometry. First, let me explain you why this chapter is and why this chapter is so much important. After going on through the chapter trigonometry, this is the next chapter which we are doing right now. One question might have arise in your mind when you were solving the previous chapter. That question may be like, what is the importance of the chapter trigonometry? How the chapter trigonometry is used in our daily life? So this chapter, some applications of trigonometry, is the best answer for these kinds of doubts or questions which arise in your mind. Okay, actually the questions which you are going to solve in this chapter is directly related with your daily life. Okay, so these questions, in order to solve these kinds of questions, trigonometry is highly helpful. So definitely trigonometry is useful in our daily life to solve the questions. You will be facing these questions in this chapter which you are facing right now. These are the questions which are directly concerned with our daily life, and we use the concept of trigonometry to solve. So this is the important this is, we can say it as an introduction to this chapter. Now there are two main concepts in this chapter which is very important for you to know, so that you can solve the questions very easily. Those two concepts are angle of elevation and angle of depression. Just let me give you a small introduction on these two things. Suppose let us first talk about angle of elevation. Suppose you are standing on the ground and there is a big tower in front of you. Okay, and you are watching the topmost point of the tower. You are standing on the ground, so your head will be towards upper side and your eyes will make an angle with that topmost point of the tower. That is called the line of sight. Okay, that means you can see here, suppose this is the tower. Okay, this is the tower and you are standing here. Okay, this is the ground, so you will be seeing the top point of the tower with this angle. Okay, so this angle, this is the horizontal line, you can say. So the angle between the line of sight, this is called the line of sight. Okay, this is the line of sight and this is the horizontal line. So angle between these two is called angle of elevation. So it is when you are seeing something which is whose height is more than you. That means you are seeing something above you, towards uppermost side. That is called angle of elevation. Now the next topic is angle of depression. Now just reverse the case. Now suppose you are standing on the top of a building. You are standing on the top of a building, or one of your friend is standing down. So you are seeing from the top of your building, you are seeing your friend who is standing on the ground. Then what kind of angle your line of sight of view will make? Suppose this is the building, okay, and your friend is standing here, okay, and your friend is standing here, and definitely you are seeing from this point to this point. This is the line of sight here for you. Eventually for you I am talking about. This is your line of sight, and let us make the horizontal line in this case like this. So this angle is called angle of depression. So what is angle of depression? Angle of depression is the angle between the line of sight, your line of sight, and the horizontal line. It is the case when you are standing, when you are seeing something below you, when you are seeing something whose height is lesser than you, or you can say that when you are seeing something, when you are standing at the topmost point of some building or some tower or some mountain, and then you are seeing something which is very, very below you, then this kind of cases arise. So in this exercise or in this chapter, we are going to deal with these questions who are directly related with these two concepts. So first you have to find the diagram, you have to draw the appropriate diagram, and then you have to solve all those questions. Now let us move on to our question one by one. So student, here is the first question, question number 10. This is from your exercise only. You can see here, there are two poles of equal height which are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road. Suppose this is the road, okay, and these are the two poles, okay. So these are the two poles and these two poles are of equal height. Let us take the height of the two poles be h, Okay, now see next part is which is 80 meter wide. That means the width of the road is how much? 80 meter. Okay, for a point between them on the road, the angles of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. That means there is some point on the road, and from that point, if you see the angle of elevation of these two poles are 60 degree. Suppose this is 60 degree and this is 30 degree. Okay, so this is the question. We have to find the height of the pole. That means you have to find the value of h here. So basically, student, here we have to find the height of the poles. You can see here that there are two poles which are standing on the either side of the road. The road width is 80 meter, and in between at any point there is a point actually. From that point, particular point, the angle of elevation of the first pole is 30 meter and 30 degree, and the angle of angle of elevation of the second pole is 60 degree. Okay, so we are asked to find the height of the poles, as well as we have to find the distance of the point from the poles. That means this thing we have to find. Also we have to find how much away this distance is from any of the pole. So let us take, we have to find this one. We can find this one also, no problem with that. Any one of these two things you can find. So let us consider we have to find h, and this part we will find. Okay, so let us give the name of this triangle as A, B, C, D, then E. Okay, so let us take the triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, so we are doing the work concerned with the height and base. We have nothing to do with the hypotenuse, so we will take the trigonometric tan theta. Okay, that means tan 60 degree equals to AB by CB. Now tan 60 degree is root 3 equals to h by CB. That means CB is equals to h by root 3. Okay, now let us take the another triangle. Just keep in your mind that in order to solve these kinds of questions, you have to take the two triangles. Both the triangles you have to take. Now it's upon you which triangle you want to take first. You can take this one first and this one later on, and vice versa, no problem with that. But the thing is, from one triangle you will find one thing, and that you will substitute that one thing in the second triangle. You will definitely get the answer. So we have find that one thing which we have found here is CB from the triangle ABC. Now this CB we will be putting in, this CB we will be using in this triangle, that is in triangle EDC. So in triangle EDC, tan 30 degree is equals to h by ED by DC. That means h by, okay, now DC, that means tan 30 is 1 by root 3, and h by, for DC I can write this DC I can write 80 minus CB. Okay, so it will be 80 minus CB. Now CB is h by root 3, so I can write here h by root 3. Now you just calculate, you will get here 1 by root 3, that means root 3h. Root 3h equals to 80 minus h by root 3. That means root 3h plus h by root 3 equals to 80. Take 3h plus h by root 3 equals to 80. Therefore, h equals to 80 root 3, okay, by 4. That means 20 root 3 meter. So the height of the pole is 20 equals to 20 root 3 meter. As you can see, both the poles height is same, so definitely the height will be 20 root 3. But this completes the first part of the question. Now the second part of the question is to find the distance of the point from the pole. So this is the point and this is one of the pole. So the distance will be obviously DC. So DC will be equals to, okay, DC will be equals to 80 minus total is 80 minus CB. That means 80 minus h by root 3. Now h by root 3 means what? 20 root 3 by root 3. That means your answer will be 60 meter. So DC will be 60 meter. So the point is 60 meter away from the first pole, or you can say 20 meter away from the second pole, and then the height of the pole is 20 root 3, which is your answer. I think you have understood this. Now let us move on to our next question. Okay students, let us move on to our next question. Here you can see that in this question, this is question number 15 from your exercise. there is a straight highway which is leading to a foot of a tower. A man standing on the top of the tower observes a car at an angle of depression 30 degree. That means, suppose this is the tower, okay, and this is the highway, okay, and this highway is leading to the tower. A man is standing at this point. Just see here, a man is standing at this point and he is looking a car which is approaching towards the tower. So suppose this is the angle of depression of the car. At this point the car is, and man is standing here. This is the tower and this is the highway. The car is moving towards the foot of the tower, okay, and here it says that angle of depression is 30 degree. That means the man is seeing the car at an angle of depression 30 degree, okay. So if this one is 30 degree, definitely this will also be 30 degree, as because by the construction these two lines are parallel and these two angles are alternate angles, okay. Now just see what the question says next, which is approaching towards the foot of the tower with a uniform speed, okay. 6 seconds later, the angle of depression is found to be 60 degree. Now definitely after 6 seconds, the car will not be here. Suppose the car is here, okay, after 6 seconds. So here, when the car is at this point, the angle of depression is how much? 60 degree. So now the angle of depression is 60 degree. Definitely this angle will also be 60 degree, okay. And the car is taking 6 seconds time, okay. The car is taking 6 seconds time to come from this point to this point. Now next is find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower. That means you have to find this one. How much time the car is taking from this point, okay, to reach up to the foot of the tower. This is the foot of the tower and the car is here. That means from here to the foot of the tower, what is the time taken by the car? That we are asked to find, okay. Let us give the angle name as A, B, C, and this is D, okay. So now we can assume it. Let the speed of the car be x meter per second. We will take in meter per second, okay. So we have taken the speed of the car is x meter per second, okay, and the time taken to reach foot from C, B, y seconds. So we have taken this time as y seconds, okay. So definitely the distance DC, just pay your concentration here, DC, the value of DC, that means distance, if I talk about, distance equals to speed into time. Now speed is x, I have already taken speed is x and time is 6 seconds. So the distance DC will be 6x, okay, and similarly the distance CB will be equals to distance in CB, distance equals to time into speed. That means time is y seconds, speed is x, that means xy, okay. So CB will be xy. Now let us take the small triangle. Okay, let us take the big triangle. In triangle ABD, in triangle ABD you can see tan 30 degree I will apply, as because I have only to deal with the height and the base, not the hypotenuse. So tan 30 will be AB by DB, okay. That means 1 by root 3 equals to AB by DB, okay. That means 1 by root 3 equals to AB by DB means what? DB means 6x plus xy. Therefore AB will be 6x plus xy by root 3, okay. Now let us come to the second triangle, small triangle. In triangle ACB, tan 60 degree equals to, tan 60 is AB by CB. That means root 3 equals to, what is AB? The value of AB I can put from here. It will be x, if I take common, 6 plus y divided by root 3 divided by CB. CB means how much? CB is xy. If nothing is down, let us take 1. So therefore, it implies root 3 equals to x into 6 plus y by root 3 into 1 by xy. So this x will cut. Just solve it. you will get the answer. It will be 3y cross multiply root 3 into y, root 3y into root 3, that means 3y equals to 6 plus y. That means 2y equals to 6, y equals to 3. So as because we are asked to find the time taken by the car to reach the foot of the tower from this point. From this point means from the point C. So that means from the point C, how much time the car is taking to reach the point D. That means time between this CD, we have already taken that as y seconds. That means and y value is 3. After this calculation, we have got the value of y is 3. So the required time is 3 seconds. This is your answer. It's so easy. Student, for your convenience, you can do by many process. But one thing I will say you, take the help of appropriate variables. See, I have taken the help of variables like y between this point C and B. Okay. Then I have taken the help of variable x, and I have taken that as a speed of the car. Speed of the car is constant. It is said in the question. So that I have taken as x meter per second. And the distance, the time taken to reach from C to B is y seconds. Definitely we are here to find the value of y, because we are asked about the time to reach the foot of the tower from point C, which is equals to 3 seconds. Hence, your answer is 3 seconds. Okay, students, now let us move on to the next question. Now let us discuss the last question from this exercise. This is the last question from your exercise also, and this is one of the very important question. Okay, here you just try to understand what the question says and what we have to do. First of all, the question says that the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points at a distance of 4 meter and 9 meter from the base of the tower and in the same straight line with it are complementary. That means, okay, that means this is a tower, okay, this is the base, this is the tower, and this is the base of the tower. On this base, we will take 2 points. One point is here and the other point is here, okay, and this point is at the distance of 4 meter and this point is at a distance of how much it is, 9 meter, okay, and angle of elevation of the top of this tower from these 2 points, angle of elevation of the top of the tower, angle of elevation, you can see the angle of elevation of the top of these 2 towers are complementary. That means if I take this angle as theta, just listen to me very nicely, if I take this angle as theta, this angle will be complementary. That means 90 minus theta. Okay, so this is the diagram here. Prove that the height of the tower is 6 meter. That means we have to prove this much, this way, height of the tower. That means you have to find actually here. So let us give the name of this triangle as A, B, C, and here it is D. Okay, so we will take, let angle ACB equals to theta. Okay, then angle ADB equals to 90 minus theta, as both angles are complementary. Okay, so we can give this reason here. So we have taken this as theta, this is, and this angle as 90 minus theta, and we need to prove. So we will write here, it will be better than to prove AB, that means height of the tower is here AB, which is equals to 6 meter. Okay, now let us prove it. It's a very easy question. First, we will take angle ACB. Okay, in triangle ACB, you can see here in triangle ACB, obviously I will be dealing with tan, as because here it is the height which I am required to find and base is given. There is nothing to do with the hypotenuse. If you are having anything to do with the hypotenuse, then only you can take sin theta or cos theta, else we will take tan. So it will be here tan theta equals to AB by CB. That means tan theta, as because I don't know the value of theta, I will write tan theta only. So AB by CB, that means 4. Okay, keep this one only, give it as give it as equation number 1. Now take the another triangle. As I have already said before that you have to deal with both the triangles one by one. So let us now take the big triangle ADB. In triangle ADB, tan 90 minus theta, okay, equals to AB by DB. So here we will get, what is tan 90 minus theta? It is cot theta. Cot theta equals to AB by DB means 9, as because DB is 9 already given there. So tan cot theta I can write as 1 by tan theta equals to AB by 9. Okay, that means tan theta equals to 9 by AB. Now tan theta from 1 I can substitute the value of tan theta. It is AB by 4. I will write it AB by 4 equals to 9 by AB. So it will be AB square equals to 9 4s are 36. Now AB will be plus minus root over 36 plus minus 6. But AB cannot be equals to minus 6. Therefore AB equal to 6. So height of tower equal to 6 meter. AB cannot be minus 6 because as AB is the length cannot be negative. So we have to take the positive value only. So AB is 6 and so your height of the tower will be 6 meter, which you are asked to prove here. Okay, so we have already proved it. It's very easy. You just have to take one by one both the triangles. From the first triangle you will evaluate one parameter and that parameter will be just substituting in the another triangle and you will eventually get the value or you will able to prove what you are asked for. So this is the process. So students, today we have discussed three important questions from this last part of the chapter, and these three questions I think so will help you a lot to solve the other remaining questions of this exercise. So students, with this hope that you will be able to solve the other questions very easily with the concept of these three questions which we have already discussed today. So with this hope student, I end up my video here. Thank you.